We're gonna settle the debate once and for all. Is rice pudding meant to be eaten hot or cold? No matter how you do it, I'm gonna show you in this video the Costa Rican way and also tricks if you decide to eat it cold, how you can achieve your best rice pudding. Let's get started. You may think 2 cups of rice will fit in this little pot, and they will at the beginning. But once you start adding more ingredients and the rice begins to cook, you will find yourself out of room in no time. So I suggest starting with a big pot instead. Add the water to the pot. This always sparks debate because some people swear that cooking rice in milk makes it creamier than cooking it in water. And then there's the question of rinsing it. Here's my take. If you're a beginner, rinse your rice and cook it in water first. It's more forgiving and easier to control. Add sugar, cloves, cinnamon sticks. If you want to substitute with ground cinnamon, you could. Just know your rice pudding will have a more brownish color. Then add the rind or peel of a half of lemon. Stir, making sure the sugar dissolves. Close the lid and cook at medium temperature for 10 minutes. After time has passed, remove the lid and stir. Notice there's still a little water at the bottom and your rice is not fully cooked, which is okay. But now we will add 1 cup of milk. Stir again, cover with the lid, and let it cook for 5 more minutes or until the mix has been absorbed by the rice. We're going to repeat this step. Cook for 5 minutes, remove the lid, add more milk and stir. By the 3rd time, we can observe rice has doubled in size and we have been cooking it for about 30 minutes. So this is the time to remove the cinnamon, the lemon rice, and the cloves. It is very common in Costa Rica to scoop up a spoonful of rice pudding and accidentally bite into a whole clove. It's part of the culture and many people love that burst of flavor. Personally, I don't enjoy finding them while I'm eating, so I take the time to remove every single one. Is it a little tedious? Of course it is, but my options are either fish them out or fall into a never-ending doom scroll on social media. So I choose option A. If you prefer to leave them in, go for it. Leaving the cloves in your arroz con leche is culturally acceptable in Costa Rica. Add 2 more cups of milk and stir. If you're confused at this point and don't know how many cups of milk we have added so far, no worries. All the ingredients are available at the beginning of this video, or you can also view them and print them at the blog. Cover with the lid and cook for 5 to 10 more minutes, or until your rice is fully cooked, even if it doesn't taste great yet, because this is where we add the rest of the goodness, like powdered milk. Notice I add just a little bit straight to the rice and stir for a few seconds so I don't create lumps. Then repeat the process until all of the powdered milk has been added. You could also dissolve it in milk or water before adding it to the pudding. Then add the condensed milk and 2 more cups of milk. Also add vanilla extract. I am using imitation vanilla to keep my pudding as white as possible, but you can add either or. Also add salt, which will not make this pudding salty. It will just help highlight the flavors. If you're planning on adding raisins, this is the perfect moment to do it. Stir and cook for about 7 to 10 minutes or until you reach the desired consistency. If you want it creamier than it looks like in the video, keep cooking it a little longer, taking into consideration that once it cools off, it will thicken a lot more. But if, on the contrary, you want it a little runnier or more liquid than what's shown in the video, add more milk and cook for 2 to 3 more minutes. Once you're satisfied with your rice pudding, transfer it to a bowl. I'm going to show you a quick trick to cool it off much faster. But first, I want to show you the bottom of my pot. It is very common for rice pudding to stick to the bottom of the pan since we're cooking with lots of sugar and starches. Keep this in mind when stirring. You can actually feel it, so don't scrape it. If you do, you will end up mixing in a thick layer of crust that doesn't taste good. It could even taste burnt. So just be gentle when you stir and leave that costra alone. Now let me show you what I do if I want to eat my rice pudding cold. I place the rice pudding in a bowl, then place another bowl filled with ice underneath and set the rice pudding on top of the ice. Make sure they're stainless steel bowls and not plastic, since plastic doesn't transfer heat or cold easily. I love eating arroz con leche both hot and cold. I usually eat it hot the same day I make it and then enjoy it cold the next day. But if I let it cool on its own, it will create a thick layer on top, the part that is exposed to the air, and I don't like that. So using this method, I make sure the rice pudding cools the right way. And I can also check the consistency and add more milk if I notice it's a little too thick. But that's just a preference. Who am I to judge if you like thick rice pudding? The extra milk is not included in the final recipe because I want you to learn how to adjust it depending on your taste. And if this is your first time making rice pudding, you're doing great. Add a little more cloves, cinnamon, sugar, or whatever you like. This is your recipe and you can make it as you please. Serve it in little cups and decorate with fresh fruit like strawberries or any other fruit you prefer. There's many versions of rice pudding. This is the Costa Rican version where we try to keep it as wide as possible. If you decide to use ground cinnamon, you're okay with doing that. But just notice that the color, not the flavor. The flavor will always be great, but the color of your rice pudding is going to change. Nothing wrong with that, but I just wanted to keep this recipe as wide as possible. And if this is your first time on this channel, welcome. I make Costa Rican recipes and I share them with you guys. No matter if you have visited Costa Rica one time and you love the cuisine, or you want to go and you want to be prepared, or you're a Costa Rican living abroad. This is for me to show my culture, my heritage, my food with the rest of the world. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss out any other delicious recipe like this one. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.